The coldest place on Earth is heating up, but not just from climate change. A new kind of Cold War is unfolding as great powers race to control the Arctic. What happens in this frozen wilderness won't stay in the Arctic. It will shape the future of global security for decades to come. For a long time, the Arctic was a place of serene beauty, reserved for scientists studying climate change and environmental protection. It was a symbol of international cooperation, a fragile frontier we all agreed to preserve. But that era is over. Today the conversation has shifted from science to strategy. The Arctic is now seen as a treasure trove of military power, untapped energy resources, and critical trade routes. The Arctic Council, which once focused on peaceful collaboration, now finds its meetings dominated by discussions of security threats, territorial claims, and military posturing. The ice is melting, and with it, the old rules are melting away too. Leading this charge is Russia. For Moscow, the Arctic isn't just a remote region. It's a core part of its national identity and strategic future. Since 2014, Russia has embarked on an ambitious and aggressive militarization campaign, reopening or modernizing over 50 military bases across its vast Arctic coastline. Think about that, 50 bases. This includes everything from advanced radar systems that can track activity across the pole, to renovated airfields capable of hosting strategic bombers. The Northern Sea Route, a shipping lane that cuts across the top of Russia, is seen as much more than a commercial shortcut. It's a strategic artery, a lifeline that Moscow intends to control completely. And at the heart of this strategy is Russia's Northern Fleet, the most powerful naval force in the region, and the backbone of its sea-based nuclear deterrent. Russia isn't just present in the Arctic, it's the dominant power, and it's digging in for the long haul. But Russia isn't the only major player with its eyes on the prize. China has declared itself a near-Arctic state, a bold claim for a country thousands of miles away. But Beijing is backing up its words with massive investments. China's goals are clear. Gain access to new shipping lanes like Russia's Northern Corridor, secure a share of the region's vast natural resources including oil, gas, and especially rare earth minerals, and establish a long-term strategic foothold in a critical part of the world. To do this, China is building state-of-the-art icebreakers, funding scientific research missions that often have dual military and civilian purposes, and expanding its diplomatic and economic influence wherever it can. Interestingly, Russia doesn't see China as a rival in the Arctic. Instead, it sees a valuable partner. This growing Sino-Russian cooperation is viewed by the West as a unified and formidable threat, a partnership of convenience that could challenge the existing international order. Faced with this emerging alliance, the West is finally waking up and responding decisively. The United States and its allies are no longer taking a wait-and-see approach. Canada, a major Arctic nation, recently lifted its old restrictions on participating in U.S. missile defense programs, signaling a new era of security integration. Ottawa has also joined the Ice Pact with the United States and Finland, a collaborative effort to build a new fleet of modern icebreakers to challenge Russia's dominance. In 2024, Canada released a much more assertive Arctic foreign policy and committed nearly $500 million to various Arctic initiatives. From surveillance to infrastructure, the United States is also stepping up its game. It's investing heavily in new Arctic ports, including a crucial deep-water facility in Nome, Alaska, and is fast-tracking the construction of new Arctic-capable vessels for the Coast Guard and Navy. Meanwhile, the Nordic countries Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark are all expanding their own Arctic military strategies, coordinating more closely with each other and with NATO to present a united front. The message is clear. The West is mobilizing, and it will not cede the Arctic without a fight. This new focus is crystallized in the updated U.S. Arctic strategy. The U.S. Arctic Research Commission now frames regional security around 4 key pillars. The first is military strength, having the capability to deter aggression and project power. The second is community resilience, ensuring that the local populations, particularly indigenous communities, are secure and supported. The third is energy development, which means responsibly tapping into the region's oil and gas reserves. And the fourth is economic prosperity, which involves controlling new trade routes and resources. This isn't just a defensive posture anymore. It's a comprehensive strategy for control over resources, trade, and the very future of the region. And right in the middle of this great power competition sits Greenland. Geographically, it's the ultimate strategic prize. A massive island positioned perfectly between North America and Europe. While the United States may not be trying to buy it anymore, Washington has made one thing abundantly clear. Greenland will never be allowed to fall under Chinese or Russian influence. Its deep-water ports and potential military bases are simply too valuable. This puts immense pressure on Denmark, which is scrambling to increase its military spending to meet its security obligations and maintain control over its autonomous territory. Greenland's own political direction is now a major concern for Western strategists. Its vast mineral wealth, including rare earths crucial for modern technology, makes its political alignment a matter of global significance. The future of Greenland could very well be the linchpin in the future of Arctic security. So what's really at stake here? It all boils down to three critical questions that will define the Arctic competition. First, who controls the energy resources? The region is estimated to hold a significant portion of the world's undiscovered oil and gas. Second, who controls the critical minerals and rare earth elements? These are the building blocks of our modern economy, from smartphones to electric vehicles to advanced weapons systems. And third, who controls the strategic choke points and shipping routes? As the ice recedes, new sea lanes are opening up that could slash global shipping times and rewrite the map of global trade. The nations that find the answers to these questions will hold immense power and influence for generations to come. Looking ahead, what is the most likely scenario for the Arctic's future? While full-scale conflict remains unlikely for now, the era of peaceful cooperation is definitively over. What we're likely to see is a dramatic expansion of cooperation among Western nations to counter the growing influence of the Russia-China axis. This means more joint military exercises, greater intelligence sharing, and coordinated investments in Arctic infrastructure. We are witnessing the rapid militarization of a region that, for a brief moment in history, was defined by international scientific collaboration and a shared sense of stewardship. The race for the Arctic isn't just beginning. It's accelerating, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Arctic isn't just the coldest place on Earth anymore. It is rapidly becoming one of the hottest and most contested geopolitical flashpoints on the planet. The strategic decisions made today about these frozen waters, melting ice, and hidden resources will echo across the entire world, defining the balance of power for the 21st century. Thanks for watching. If you found this analysis insightful, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the forces shaping our world.